All right, and on to some Star Wars news. One of the Star Wars um, um, is breaking their silence on the disaster of the Alkalite. It's
Yeah, I don't think we want to mention that anymore. But go
It,
ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Dan.
yeah. Well, I'm not sure how to pronounce her last name, or his last name. Breaks his silence on following the Acolyte's cancellation.
Was he
Let's
one of
see,
the stars of the movie of the series?
which one does he play? Let's see here. I'm trying to search through the article. Oh, he played the so-called Sith. Basically the main antagonist of that show.
Oh,
Um, his name is Manny um J- Jacinto or something. How do you say his last name?
yeah. Let me take a look here. Oh yeah, Manny Jacinto.
Hmm. According to the article, he was hoping for one of the show's biggest breakouts was him. Is now breaking his silence following news earlier this week, and he says that let's see here, scrolling. Keep the doggies rolling, right? Let's see here.
hey, you stole that from me. I'm
Hey,
filing copyright against you.
get him, gorilla, get him.
Well, according to
Oh
this,
man.
there is a petition going around the internet on the huge minority faction of the Star Wars community trying to renew the Acolyte that launched a few days ago, and it's already at 10,000 signatures in 24 hours.
Now,
That's pretty damn pathetic.
how many fake signatures is there?
It depends
Nine
how
Yeah,
many.
thousand nine hundred and ninety.
Yeah.
and somebody pointed this out to me also. Please, Carrie Ann Moss, you were awesome in Matrix. Why in the hell would you do this show? Just a question.
Simple money, paycheck, or just to try
Co-
stay relevant.
Or is
cocaine's
she poor?
expensive. Cocaine
Yeah.
is expensive.
Oh, oh, okay. I thought it was heroin, but okay.
Oh, come on. Come on. The drug of choice in Hollywood is cocaine. No, I wish
Okay.
they'd bring it back to the writer's room.
Oh, so they come up with more creative ideas, right, Gorilla?
Hey, some of the best TV shows were made with hair,
I know
with
with drug
cocaine.
induced comas. Some writers actually wrote decent shit.
Jessica Jones
Yeah,
star
yeah.
Kristen
Shut up.
Ritter.
Thank you.
Yeah, between LSD and cocaine, some of the best entertainments come from that.
I agree. There were some great moments there. Somebody was had a brainstorm on a big trip and said, "Oh yeah, we could do this." Sure. Yeah, I know. My parents survived the 60s. Don't ask me how. But they did.
Oh,
So,
I thought I recognized that guy. He was the idiot on the Good Place.
oh, okay. Oh, you're talking about Manny Jacinto? He only
Yeah.
goes by the name of the Stranger. And then I heard, like I said, I heard that Carrie Ann Moss was involved in this. Uh, can I say the word shit show? Uh,
Sure,
in
go
which I
ahead.
was very disappointed. I was very disappointed in that Master Indara, and I was like, why, lady? The first couple Matrix films were awesome. You should just stop there and retired or that take your residuals and go have some fun somewhere.
The
I don't know. She
residuals for
keeps
those
running out of
aren't doing
money.
too well anymore.
Yeah, right.
They sort of fucked that over with that Matrix
The
4.
last film. Yeah. And now they want to do a fifth one. You heard that, right, Germ? They want to do Matrix 5 Resurgence.
They've wanted to do Matrix 5 and Matrix 6, but
Yeah,
originally that got canceled because the fourth one did so bad. They
right.
still want to do another one, but they're going to have a very, very hard time after shitting themselves in the foot and, quite frankly, a few
agreed.
other places with that last one.
Yeah, agreed. I have to say though, personally, I hope they just stop at 4. They flew off together. They're fine. They defeated Neil Patrick Harris. So yeah, just leave it at that.
Yeah, well, I gotta say, no one can replace what's it, Hugo Re I can't say his last name
Hugo
correctly.
Hugo Weaving. Yes, you can't
Yeah,
replace Agent Smith. They
and
could
they
have stopped
try.
at 3 too, you know. They could have stopped at Matrix 3 or Matrix you know,
One,
well, okay, Matrix 1 maybe.
Yeah, well, I
No,
gotta say,
I thought the first 3 were great, sure, but yeah, they could have done without 4 maybe, probably.
yeah, well, a lot of fans were hotly divided among the sequels of the original trilogy. Like, were they somewhat necessary or not necessary at all? But from what I hear from this fourth installment of the Matrix movies, it makes the original trilogy look good in comparison.
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and on to some Star Trek news. According to this, the producers of Strange New Worlds were asking the company for more than 10 episodes.
They were
Instead of,
asking them for more?
yeah.
Warner Brothers
Oh
won't
no.
agree to that,
Oh no.
Paramount.
or Paramount.
Well, you know who we should consult about that is Omnicast. Maybe he can give us some insider information.
Who you need
Maybe.
to consult with that is the schmuck whoever ends up buying them.
Oh, maybe.
Did Sundance ever? Not Sundance. Yeah, Sundance ever figure out what their
They
thing? Because I
keep
know
running into
Sundance.
problems with that deal.
Well, but,
They're
But
not very public about with what those problems are.
well, yeah, I
But
mean,
I suspect they keep finding Paramount's committed a few cases of fraud here and there and say, what's this major felony you've committed and what's the actual value of all your shit?
of your stock, right?
well, according to the tail end of this article, it did either the writer or someone that was helping the writer did a rough calculation on how much the TV show episodes of each new TV show cost roughly in the old ones. In the post Kurtzman era of track, or pre Kurtzman era of track, the cost of each episode was much lower than it was now. The cost of producing it at Discovery averaged roughly $8.5 million per episode, while Star Trek: The Next Generation cost roughly $1.3 million per an episode. Today, that
And
would
that's
bring
the expensive one.
Mm-hmm.
and today that would bring the cost to around $3.5 million per episode, counting for inflation. For the Next Generation, it will cost around $87.5 million for 25 episodes, which is how many the first season had. Especially Discovery Season 1 was one of the most to make the Next Generation's first season. It costs more, in other words.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing about Alex Kurtzman. When he came on the scene, I think that some shows were still decent even before he walked on and practically destroyed just about everything he could possibly do. Uh, here's the thing. He threw money at effects, right? He threw all of this at effects and none at writers. And there was just nothing creative coming out of anything that he ever did. I mean, anything. And it was just, that's why I personally think that's a good theory. I think that's why a lot of people hate him because all he cared about was, what's the next great special effect? What's the next great special CGI? Can I put this? Can I do that? And he wasn't concentrating on the plot. He wasn't even working on story. I mean, and he had shitty writers. Let's be honest. He had people who couldn't write to save themselves uh, from a essay that they have to turn into their teacher in a high school class, in an English class, or whatever. So it's crazy. It's just crazy.
And he has shitty ideals, which he likes to
Exactly.
push.
Yeah.
And his main
Make it
concern
true.
is how much money can I skim off of these budgets for my little bank account in the Cayman Islands.
Yeah, which he already has full. Stupid. Hey, if anybody wants to go after his accounts in the Cayman Islands, more power to you.
No one
This-
touching a bank account in the Cayman Islands.
Not unless you
The
drop a
U.S.
nuclear
government
bomb
is
on it.
The U.S. government is brave enough to go after pretty much anyone's bank account in the Cayman Islands.
Yeah, right.
Quite frankly, most of those motherfuckers have a bank account down there too.
Yeah, that's true. They don't want to risk their assets, right?
All right, I'm gonna share a screenshot or just share the screen with another article I'm gonna show. Hopefully, I know how to do it exactly. Let's see here. This here is of the closet of the Catwoman 12, Selena Kyle's Cadius costumes. Here's the first one, which probably was the first costume she had right here.
Is she like a full-blown cat there in the comic? The one on the right-hand side, that right panel. You're on the first two panels, and on the right panel, is that actually her? Is like a cat?
It's probably a cat costume over her face, probably. I'm guessing anyway. I haven't read the
Yeah, that's
comic.
just a
Okay.
mask.
She's
It's
a
just a
furry.
mask. Okay.
She's a furry.
She's a furry.
All right, and according to the subtitle between here, they took the name literally for the first one in the 1940s Batman issue 3.
Yeah.
But then again, you are married to a Catwoman, Mikey.
Yes, I am married to a Catwoman. Suzanne is my Catwoman. I love my Suzanne. She knows a lot of cats. She's actually taking care of a lot of cats over her 48 years, babe.
Mikey,
But-
I
blink.
think you missed the joke there, Mikey.
Mikey, blink twice if you're in danger.
I'm fine. there's no cast iron skillet headed my way there, girl. But thank you. Oh boy. Yeah, you
All
should
right.
clip that one. Oh man.
All right, and in second place we have the classic look from 1946's Batman issue 35 right here.
Yeah, it lasted a good 15, 20 years, I think.
At least 20. At least 20.
And if any of you are a fan of the TV show, I think the next one's going to be of the TV show version right here.
Now, is it
Yeah.
only showing Julie Newmar? Because let's be honest, Lee Merriweather, who was pretty good in the Batman movie from 1966, should be in there, as well as Eartha Kitt. So, I mean, you're only featuring Newmar because she was in a lot of episodes.
It's okay. No one's looking at her face.
I know.
Yeah, but Mikey, it depends on whatever the author of this article likes to right here.
Yeah, I have to say, yeah, because she's got the Julie Lee. Oh, okay. So they included all three of them. So it's the Julie Lee and Eartha look. Okay.
Yeah, they
Very
all had the
tight.
same costume.
Yeah, they all had similar costume, right? And it was very tight.
Yes, and this is taken from Batman the show from the 60s, season 1, episode 19, The Perfect Crime.
The perfect crime. Yes. It's good. It's good.
And then in fourth place we have the new look era Catwoman right here from
Huh.
the 1967's Batman issue 197.
It's
So the
still
length.
basic. Yeah, go ahead, Kerr.
That is a horrible mask and reveals. It's like they tried to tone it down because they thought the television show made her too sexy.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I still think it's the same. Yeah, I still think it's the same woman, but even the mask alone itself is just lame. It's just lame. Yeah, I
All
agree.
right. And then I think fifth place is the latex one right here, or the diva one right
Whoa.
here. The Bronze Age look right here.
Yeah,
Late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah, there you go.
I believe.
Yeah, no, the first issue of this one was 1969's Batman, issue 210.
Oh, that's a little bit older than I thought.
Yeah. But then she's revealing a bit more on the arms and stuff. I guess that didn't mean anything really, but still kind of made her
My
like Amazon, in a way, like an Amazonian type of deal. Yeah.
Mikey, you better have a good self-defense system in case your wife comes by with a frying pan and hit you aside the head for all this sexy talk you're talking about other women you're looking at, Catwoman.
No, Suzanne knows we talk about different pop culture in subjects and whatever is out there, it's fine. It's fine.
I just
That's
don't
okay. He has a helmet.
Hey, I have a backup. Don't worry.
Well, the thing is, Mikey, I don't want to hear. I don't want to be at fault for you getting hurt on the air from your wife for being jealous. Okay.
No, you're fine, Dan. Just keep going. You're fine. Just hey, fruitcakes. Hey, lemon pie.
Hey,
Sir Lemonade.
full disclaimer here: Mikey will take credit for everything that comes out of girl's mouth here. So, if a frying pan does go flying, we know who to aim it at.
Yeah,
All
right.
right. And in sixth place, we have the year one look. Catwoman right here from the Batman year one comic, I think it is.
Yeah.
Unless they mean the
Now-
movie.
It's
Now that seems more like an appropriate Catwoman costume.
yeah,
it
like
does.
a proto Catwoman costume.
Yeah, for sure.
And
I
then
guess
next,
if you want to do something different, but stick near the classic. And here we go with the best one of them all.
yes,
Oh yeah,
right
Michelle
here.
Pfeiffer, man. Yeah, there we go.
Woo!
Stop.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Hey, yeah. Hey, Scurvy, and hey, DJ Play Nice, and hey, Oiler Greg.
Hey, DJ Play Nice and Oiler Greg.
All right, and in seventh
Yeah.
place we have everyone's childhood crush, where we had to move the popcorn over something to hide it from our parents.
You may have moved the popcorn, but you know what they say: if you haven't, flaunt it.
I
No matter how many times the ushers have to pull you out of that movie and throw you into the street.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one of my some of my favorite scenes is the interaction between Penguin, played by Danny DeVito, and her. And there's and I think between two criminals, I think it's great the way they did it. And also there's that one scene they always talk about where she's in the store and she whips the heads off the mannequins, and that was done all in one take by her, by Michelle Pfeiffer herself. I watched behind the scenes and I was like, wow, that's impressive. So she had that. Yeah.
She has a little experience with a whip.
Oh yeah, she does.
So she's a real life femme fatale then.
Oh, she was the perfect femme fatale. You know what? I wish that Joel Schumacher had decided to keep her after the second one, and they could have brought her into the scene for the third movie. That would have been nice. Even if it features Val Kilmer as Batman, I would have loved to have seen Michelle come back. That would have been great as Catwoman. But they didn't.
Never
So they're
happened.
stupid.
I do have a question for all of you. Where do you think the zipper is on that thing? In the back or in front?
Either way, someone's getting me too'd.
Yeah. And there's gonna be a line.
Well, I gotta say, Gorilla's probably gotta take a snapshot of this scene right here, probably.
I don't need to take a snapshot.
And
Whoa,
then
you're suggesting he doesn't already have the poster like all of us did.
And in eighth place, we have the 1990s lick for first scene of Batman issue 4 in 98.
Yeah. Now the 90s look is a bit more risque, I have to say. A little bit.
Yeah, it's almost like she's naked, but it's a skin tight uniform.
Oh, yeah, skin tight. Yeah, sure.
Not quite as let's put this nicely as complimentary as skin tight vinyl, but
Skin
still
tight
good.
black leather. Yeah, I agree. So this is just more of a skin see-through. Yeah,
I think it's a leotard.
yeah, it could be a leotard, sure. Oh yeah, it is a leotard. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So tell me, are you almost naked or technically naked when a lady puts that on themselves?
When it's skin
Almost.
tight, it breathes, right? So when it's skin tight, it's very and you have to be able to have flexibility to move in it. So
Oh,
it's just
hey,
like being completely naked running around, except you
hey,
got
hey,
fleeces on.
Scurvy here. To answer your question, I am ableist, and you are making fun of my dyslexia here. I demand that you apologize for that.
Whoops. I think Sir Lemonade just found his appealing look there for Catwoman. He says, I don't tend to go for blondes, but Michelle Pfeiffer, Mamma Mia, he says. Oh, you horn dog lemonade. You got enough lemon to squeeze for all the women you meet in the chat, so
All
you're
right,
okay, Lemon.
and
You're okay.
all right, and
Calm
scoring
down.
out.
Calm down. I gotta calm down the man.
All
Yeah,
right,
sorry.
and according to this Arthur, the first place one is, or the eighth place, the ninth place one is Catwoman, the new Millennium, 2001's Catwoman issue 1. We're
Ooh.
nearing the end right here.
This one
Okay,
sort of sucks.
let's ask Germ. Yeah, what's your opinion on that, Germ?
This one sort of sucks.
Yeah.
It's like 80s Vogue. Tried to just like Madonna or something. It's not even revealing.
I don't think she needs that thing on those eyeglasses or whatever they are, like specs or something. I don't think she needs to wear that. She doesn't need to wear that on top.
All right, and next up we have the Christian Bale one.
Oh yeah, that's the Anne Hathaway one. Yeah.
Yeah, from the Batman Rises right here.
Wow. Yeah. No.
Yeah,
Anne
that's
Hathaway can't act out of a paper sack with holes in it. She does not deserve to be in that outfit. I'm sorry.
not even a Catwoman outfit.
Yeah, it's not even a Catwoman out, right? I mean,
They
like,
got
it's not
a
even.
cheap mask to go with a thrown together leather suit, and
Yeah.
it looks like at the last minute, oh, does anyone have any cat ears? It's like they forgot. It's supposed to be Catwoman. We need cat ears on this thing.
Lemon Pie's making me laugh in the chat. It's okay, Lemon. It's okay.
Limited squeeze for all the women, Mikey. Dirty, dirty boy. Siggy is supposed to be sci-fi. Okay, got it. And I don't tend to go for. And I didn't know if Siggy was slipster. I didn't know. It's just my dyslexia. I can fix it.
Okay.
All right, and next on the list, according to this author, is this one.
Oh my God, no!
Someone needs to check this author's hard drive.
I think so. Ugh.
Yeah,
that is a 16-year-old kid. Not belong on a list like this.
It
You
shouldn't
need
be on this
to
list.
report to your local court. Whoever wrote this.
They're in California, so it's fine.
Yeah, those bastards probably give him an award.
And Batman.
And here's the 12th place one right here. Catwoman's current look from the 2018 Catwoman's issue 1. Right here.
What do you think, Germ?
Looks like they're trying to go for the Michelle Pfeiffer look, but they need to go back to art school.
Right? I think they're trying to bring back that look, but the artists are not quite, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. A for effort, but get a little bit more talent.
Yeah.
Let's see if there's one more after this one, or if that's it. I
Yep,
take
that's
it that's
it.
about it right there.
Top 12, yeah.
I am personally offended. They left off Catwoman from the animated series. That was a
They
great
did.
damn Catwoman.
Yes, they did. I agree. Yes. Yeah, why didn't they show the animated series with Batman animated series? That was a decent Catwoman. Yeah. I
All
don't know
right,
why they took that out.
all right, and the next section will be to turn on our motors a little bit for the next one I bring up. And yes, I'm a horn dog. Resolute Germ, sue me.
Can we clip that? SITH Dan's a horn dog.
Hey, we're all horn dogs. Just a matter of
Yeah.
how many different pans we get tossed at our heads.
Right.
And here we have on this article the most beautiful women to appear on Star Trek according to this ranking system. And you probably can guess who's number one already by the little peak down below.
Yeah.
And welcome,
yeah, just
Mr.
in time.
Spock. Yeah, welcome, Mr. Spock.
Hey, Mr. Spock, how's it going?
Welcome,
Yeah.
Mr. Spock. I haven't seen you around here before.
Yeah, good to have you, expert on Star Trek when we start
sure.
objectifying Star Trek ladies.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
for sure.
And yeah, I'm gonna catch up on chat with who joined us in the chat roughly.
Go
Hello,
ahead.
Mikey, that decided to join in. Hello, Mikey, and hello, Gorilla's Random Thoughts. Nice for you to pop up, and hello, Orla Greg. Nice for you to join us, and hello, the Lemon Pie. That's always a pleasure to give us a slice of himself.
Or he gets a slice to the ladies. I told him before that.
and here we have DJ Play Nice that decided to stop by just to say hi. Thanks. And here's a newcomer to my channel, Mr. Spock. Nice to see you. I haven't seen you around here. If you're not,
yeah,
please.
and I like his Yoda. Cool.
And Spock,
I am Mr. Spock.
and
Yeah.
Mr. Spock, if you're not subscribed, yes, I'm whoring myself out, but I would appreciate a new sub from you if you're not subbed to my channel already. If you are already. And next on the list, according to this ranking, is Carol Marcus from the 2009 one.
Wow. Okay, so she's just in a bathing suit in space.
I gotta say, for a lot of fans that were Horn Dog Sci-Fi was the best scene in the entire movie.
I even think even the actress and Chris Pine had a thing. That's just a rumor, but I thought they had a thing going on behind the scenes.
That's one of the
Somebody
only
could probably
redeemable
confirm that
things
with
about the
me.
movie.
Yeah, probably.
All right, and third place according to this poll is the Paul from Enterprise.
To Paul, yes. Jolene Blaylock. Okay, next to Jerry Ryan.
Yeah.
In my honest opinion, Jolene Blaylock did play a very good and sexy Vulcan. She was.
Hey, and in the words of Malcolm Reed, what a bum.
Exactly.
Exactly. Hey, you did you
Oh,
like her in
bitch.
Starship Troopers? You saw her in Gorilla. Do you
What?
remember when we saw it? Do you remember when we saw Jolene in the one of those other Starship Trooper films?
Wait, I'm supposed to be paying attention?
Yeah, yeah, she was in one of them.
All right, and in fourth place we have Zedgery Dax, the original one from DS9.
Oh, nice, Terry Farrell. Yeah, she's nice.
My next cat's gonna be named Dax now that I have no one to object to it.
Yeah, yeah.
I tried naming my daughter Jadzia, and I even told Tasha there that I was just gonna change the birth certificate once she's knocked out from all the drugs the doctor gave her. That her mother had grabbed the golf club.
Oh no.
All right, and in fifth place we have the lady from the X-Men original trilogy right here.
Yeah, that's Famke Janssen. Yeah, she's nice. You know what? I actually think that Famke, other than being a very good Bond girl in GoldenEye as Xenia Onatopp, yes, Onatopp. She did a great job as Jean Grey in the X-Men. She really did. She was good. I liked her. I mean, that's my honest opinion, but I liked her. Yeah,
All
she
right,
can
and
act. She can
all
act.
right, and in sixth place we have this actress from the original series, I suppose, right here.
Droxine. Droxine? Oh, yeah, Droxine. I don't remember too much about her. Do you, Germ? From that episode?
No, I don't tend to remember many details outside of measurements.
Ah. What about you, Gorilla? Do you remember this from one of the TOS episode?
Oh, the potato gal. The
Oh,
one that
okay,
made me
there you
want
go.
to have, the one that made me hungry for fucking baked potatoes.
And Germ, what do you mean by measurements, Germ? Should I really go into that a little bit more, or not prod anymore?
Well, like 36, 24, 36.
Like AC/DC. They sing 36, 24, 36. I'm your backdoor man.
You know,
Hey,
that just means they like anal.
And in
On
seventh
each other.
place, we have Uhura from the 2009 version, and unless you want to count the Uhura from the original series as number 7 here, since they share the same name.
well,
No, that's not
Yeah,
the
they
same
definitely
person.
Yeah, it's not the same actress.
it's not the
but,
same.
For some reason, they're just going off a character.
Yeah. No,
Well,
the show.
well, that's
the show
because
was-
people that they see Uhura, okay, they're thinking original series. If they see Uhura from 2009, then they'll revolt.
Yeah. Because this year her was in love with Spock. Come on. Really? Really? I mean, come on. Just wrong. Sorry.
And in 8th
Yeah.
place, we have this lady. I do not even want to try to say her name.
Oh, let me
Ishara
say it.
Yar. That was Tasha Yar's
Oh,
daughter?
Ashira.
Sister.
Ashara.
Ishara.
It's
Ashara Yar.
Yeah. So what was
Older sister to Tasha Yar.
older
I thought she was
sister.
younger.
Okay.
I
Oh,
thought she was
I
younger.
thought she was younger. Yeah, younger.
She might have been, but the actress is older.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
but the character-wise, she was the younger sister.
Right. Wow, is that a One Piece?
Yep.
Is that a One Piece Star Trek female outfit?
Yeah, because
Hey, it's the 80s. Everyone had a one piece.
Oh yeah, TNG.
Gina
Right.
Roddenberry was a fan of that.
Hey, and hello, Suzanne Eckstein. Hello, Suzanne.
Hey, Suzanne.
Hey, Suzanne. It's nice
She
for
says
you to
hello,
drop
Gorilla.
by.
Yeah, very nice.
Hey, Suzanne.
And in 9th place, we have Deanna Troy, the most useless counselor that ever lived. From
Hey,
fans
she
say.
crashed the Enterprise. She crashed the Enterprise on Viridian 3. The
Oh,
woman
she
doesn't
shouldn't
know how
even
to
made the
drive.
fucking list.
She's typical. She didn't know how to drive. Damn it, you give her control of the ship and she crashes it.
Mikey, be careful how you word that, because you may get a frying pan hit to the head from your wife.
Oh no, Suzanne would agree with me. Deanna Troy was useless. So that's okay. That's okay,
Well-
Marina Sirtis. You're okay.
Well, here we'll get Mikey really in trouble here. Did you know
Right.
up till a couple of years ago, Saudi Arabia was the safest place to live? That's because women couldn't drive until a couple of years ago.
Wow.
Ouch.
Ow.
He's not lying either.
That's correct.
Immaculate driving record, and then all of
Yeah.
a sudden,
Yeah, that's true.
they're in the
fact.
top 10.
Yeah, hey, can Suzanne hear us?
What do you think?
Hey Suzanne,
Or he's still
if
conscious.
hey Suzanne, if you can hear us there, but if you get mad at anything I say, just smack Mikey there, and he'll pass it on.
She laughed at you. She loves me. She doesn't have to threaten me with any metallic objects. Not yet.
All right, and in 10th place we have this girl from the original series. I think it is. Judging by her uniform.
Tanya Barrows. Wait, is that from Shore Leave? Yeah, that's from Shore Leave.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh wow, nice. Yeah, no, that's a decent looking. Yeah, she wasn't very much in that episode though, but hey.
And in 11th place we have a Mako from Enterprise.
Amanda.
Oh,
Cole.
that one gal there that tried to get into Trip's pants. Well, actually she did, but that's a whole different song.
And well, she had certain assets that we all love, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, they're very present on screen right now.
I noticed that Ranker tends to what are they trying to open? A Playboy pen shop or something? Or hey, these are all the displays.
Hey, Mr. Spock, I'll make it logical for you. The British took over France because, well, France surrendered.
Yeah, that plus France is so unstable that it was only natural that they would get conquered so easily. And in 12th place, we have this Robin.
Robin Leffler.
Yes.
Yeah. She's from Next Generation.
Mm-hmm. And then in the 13th place, we have this original series actress right here. She looks kind of familiar. Was she in a lot of things in the 60s? I may have seen her in other series or other shows from that era. She looks familiar.
I don't know,
Carolyn
but all the
Palamas?
blondes with the beehives look alike from the 60s.
Well, she was in the original series episode Who Cries for Adonai with Apollo, who was played by Michael. I always forget his last name. Help me out here, Gorilla Germ. Michael something. I can't remember his name. He came back. Apollo came back in Star Trek Continues. The actor that played him came back in the first episode of that with Vic Mignogna. And that was a good episode. They're all good episodes for that one. But yeah. Yeah, Carolyn's been in a lot of things. I don't know.
And
I don't know. Do you want me to look it up there, Dan? I can if you want me to.
Go ahead. And Mr. Spock, for your complaint about this, you can always look up Star Trek hentai or Star Trek illicit stuff.
Okay, the name of
34.
Right. Okay, the name of the actress that played Carolyn Palamas in that episode, Who Cries for Adonai, her name is Leslie Parrish. That's the actress's name. According to this, I think she's still alive. Yeah.
Probably in her 80s or 70s or 90s, probably.
No, she'd have to be in her 90s there because
he was born in Yeah, sorry, go ahead, Gorilla.
Because the original series is over 60 years ago.
Right, she was in her 30s when she did the series. Okay, since she was born in March of 1935, so next year she's going to turn 90. So right now she's 89 years old. Yeah. So Leslie, that's the actress is Leslie Parrish. That's who she played in that episode. Yeah.
All right, and next on the list, according to the votes, is Vash from Next Generation and from the first few episodes of DS9, or at least in one episode. Yeah,
one episode cute. that was something Q. It's Q something.
Right.
She's cute.
Yeah, was that the episode where Q got beat up by Cisco, and he says,
Yes.
Picard never hit me.
I wouldn't say he got beat up. He just got punched in the face, and he was surprised because no one's punched him in the face before.
Yeah, and Mikey, I'm not
Yeah.
Picard.
Yeah, I'm not Picard, right? Well, come on, I mean, Picard destroyed the Saratoga, wiped out his wife in Wolf 357. Do you think he really likes Picard after all that? Hullabaloo? No, I don't think so.
What did you call it?
Hullabaloo?
No, you called it Wolf what?
Wolf 359. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, that's not what you said though.
I know I said 357. I made a mistake.
All
Thank you for
right.
pointing that out.
All right. And next on the list is Rom's
Lita.
wife from
Yeah.
DS9.
Yeah, she was the Dabo girl on DS9. And Chase Masterson, that's her name. That's the actress's name. Chase is a very good actress, I have to say. Yeah, she's a good actress.
Among other things, Mikey.
Well, we're not going to go there now. I already said my piece on her. That's it. Double girl, Rom's wife. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, and in next place is this one from the original series as well.
Kalinda. Yeah. Was that Return of the Archons or some other episode? I forget.
It doesn't say in the description. It just says the Star Trek TOS actor Barbara. I can't say her last name correctly. It's Barbara something.
Well, it's Kalinda.
Let's see here. Hold on.
Oh, you missed the best, Mr. Spock. You missed the best DS9 then. The best of DS9.
Okay, her name is Barbara Boucher.
And when it comes to odd names or word names I'm not familiar with, I mispronounce them. I can't say them worth a shit.
Well, because it's French and I'm French, so it's Barbara Boucher.
Now I figured out. That's what's wrong with you, Mike. I finally figured it out.
What? I'm French?
I'm just giving you a shit. Calm down.
I know. I'm all right. No, Barbara Boucher. She was from the Kelvin Empire, the ones that reduced a couple of Kirk's crewmates down to salt cubes and stuff. Yeah, it's the episode called
you mean
by
styrofoam?
any other.
You mean styrofoam blocks? You mean styrofoam blocks?
Well, salt blocks. I mean, without any water or anything. Cubes, I guess you call them that. Salt cubes.
Yeah.
Whatever. It was by any other name. So, yeah, that was the episode she was in. Yeah, but you know what? I didn't really like her outfit. I thought the belts were cool. I mean, because they did what they did, to people, reduced them to just, like I said, the salt cube. But I don't know. It's and look at how Barbara's hair is in that. I mean, that was weird. I probably never see any woman wear their hairstyle up like that, especially in a sci-fi film. But
All right.
or a sci-fi series. So. Yeah.
And next after her will be Hashi, her from Enterprise.
Hoshi Sato, yes.
Hoshi Sato.
Oh, they used the Mirror Universe picture from her.
Yeah.
Well,
and hello, Gap After Dark. Hey, Gap.
Hey, Gap, how are you doing?
Yeah. Well, I will say this, that the Mirror Universe episodes were the best ones for obvious reasons if you're a certain type of guy.
Well, I'll tell you, Grace Park, yeah, she did a great job. She was I think she was probably one of the standouts in the entire Star Trek Enterprise series. She really was good. Yeah. Definitely a standout, along with T'Pol, along with Jolene Blalock. So, they both stood out.
And next we have Terry Hatcher from the Next Gen episode right here, Transporter Chief.
Yeah. She did a better job in The Adventures of Lois and Clark. And she was a Bond girl in Tomorrow Never Dies. And she dies a terrible death in that. So, poor Terry Hatcher. But that's okay.
All right, and next on the list is this girl, or this one from the original series.
Ooh, Drusilla.
Yeah, and to put it lightly, she's a submissive in her occupation.
I would say. I forget the name of the actress, though. Do you guys remember? Do you remember,
Louis
Gorilla?
Joel or something? Jewel?
Oh, Joelle?
Drusilla.
Drusilla is the name there, but I was trying to remember the name of the actress.
Yeah, and I was trying to say her full name. It's Louis Jeswell or Dresswell, or her last name is Jewell.
Oh, let's see here. TOS. Oh, Lois Jewell. Okay, Lois Jewell. That was her name.
And then
And
20th.
unfortunately, she passed away. Her birth name was Lois Shelton, but then she went by Lois Jewell. Yeah, she passed away in December of 2014, unfortunately. Sorry to hear that.
At what ripe old age, Mikey?
Yeah. Well,
No,
she
but
died of cancer. Yeah, that was unfortunate.
Yeah, but Mikey, at what age did she kick the bucket? At what ripe old age? Does it say?
Yeah, it said she was born in 1938 and died in 2014. So I would say 76. Yeah, 76 years old.
And in 20th place, we have this lady. Oh, from Enterprise right here.
That's from Enterprise? Janet Brooks? Oh, okay.
All right. And just for clarification, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this list because it probably goes on for another 20 or 30 girls unless you guys want to keep going down the list.
Now go ahead and change if you want. Dan, it's up to you. It's your call, it's your street.
Yeah. Because if we go through all this whole list, you're gonna see like 50 women, and they're all gonna be ranked from best to least attractive, to put it mildly.
Right.
Well, I do have another one. Now, this is something to go the other side of the coin. Instead of us, objectifying women. Let's do the other side of the coin with this. For real to get the link right. Here we are. 20 male superheroes and villains that are just way too sexy for no reason. Something for the ladies right here. In first place, we have Nightwing, judging by the art style he has right here.
Pass. Next
is Hercules.
Okay, here's a question for everybody in the panel. Which actor do you think played a better Hercules?
Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah, just kidding.
Well, now you're really going old there, and you're only 28 years young, my friend. You're going way back there. No, I think Kevin Sorbo did a decent Hercules.
Yeah, Gap says Steve Reeves, and he's laughing about you kicking the bucket.
Yeah, Steve Reeves. Well, Steve Reeves came after Arnold, right? Was Arnold first and then Steve Reeves? Or was it the other way around? I know they were both around the same time frame.
When you may have to look that up for us, Mikey, because I have no idea. And the reason why I know that Arnold played Hercules because
well, the other way around. Okay, thank you, Gap. Yeah, thank you.
And the reason why I know Arnold played Hercules is because I went to a store that had that old movie and I've seen it like 5 times growing up. It was a very old movie.
Yeah. Well, the one I remember is the one with Arnold was when it was Hercules Goes to New York. That was a bizarre one.
Yeah, and Mr. Spock, just for a little trivia from a review I watched about the movie, Arnold was having trouble speaking proper English and his thick accent, so that they had to dub it unless you don't have the dub, and then you're able to hear his barely feasible English.
One of the favorite memes that we all talk about with Arnold is "Get to the chopper now."
Hey, I hate that phrase because I was taking a shot every time someone put that in the damn chat when we reviewed Predator.
Damn, and you were dead drunk probably.
You were on the stream.
No, it's not the tuba. Oh my god!
And then next
I
on
would
the
get
list
people
is
laughing their asses off when I would say that.
all right, and next on this list is Iceman right here.
Ooh, Iceman.
Yeah, not particularly for the ladies for a good chunk of time there, but for San Franciscans.
Yeah, those guys.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, did
Yeah, the
you,
ones that don't play
Germ?
straight, in other words.
Well, Germ, I want to ask you, you'd seen the Iceman, with Spider-Man and his friends, right? And then the animated series, and then you'd seen the Iceman in the live action stuff. So, do you think it was better animated or live action?
The live action was not good.
Okay, so you did like the animated kind of, yeah. Okay.
Well, it was better, but
Well, I thought it was better
not.
drawn.
Yeah.
I thought it was better drawn, but yeah, I agree.
And then for one of the villains for equal representation, we have Namor from this one right here for the photo
Yeah,
they chose for him.
That's Namor Submariner. Yeah, he's supposed to be the first comic from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I believe.
I gotta say, I'm jealous of all his muscles. I bet we all are.
Speak for yourself.
Why do you have that much muscle on your Germ?
Not as defined, but I do have some guns on me.
How much can you lift?
Well, since I have a bad shoulder now, not as much.
All right, then next on the list is Thor, right here.
They really should go off the Thor that Chris Hemsworth plays, but is this more like the comic book?
That is the comic book, I believe, Ultimate Thor.
Ultimate Thor. Yeah.
And then next is Luke Cage.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah, Gap says Resolute is a Hulk. And Dan, what website is this out?
Yeah.
It's www.out.com. The subtitles is sexy male comic book heroes. Red in W3 time 13.
Yeah, and Mr. Spock says best Arnold role is Conan. He should do a Conan movie.
They keep trying to make it, but falls through.
Well, if any of you want to see the link, I put it in the private chat if you guys want to see the page yourselves.
Yeah, and Germ doesn't work out the flashy glory muscles like you said, Dan. Yeah, it seems like an appropriate title for this particular list. And Mr. Spock says, I collected Marvel comics late 70s, mid 80s mostly. Some heavy metal and epic, eerie, and creepy also.
Yeah. I figured out why this is at this particular website.
Why is that?
Did you check out Out Magazine before you clicked on the article?
Nope.
Oh my. This is something that George Takei would read.
Well, I just wanted some equal representation for the ladies if they're watching this stream.
The leading
What
gay
ladies
and
you haven't come
lesbian
across
entertainment
other than
magazine
Suzanne?
online.
Yeah.
Oh boy. I am not gonna live this down with all of you, am I? I'm not gonna live this down, am I?
Okay, for that, okay, let's be honest. For the one lady that's in the room, Miss Suzanne,
Hey, there's
Exene.
Suzanne Exene's listing it.
That's what I
You
said,
got
Suzanne
Suzanne, your
Exene. So
Suzanne. You got your Suzanne also.
My Suzanne already loves me. She doesn't need to look at some He-Man or, big bulky men like this. She doesn't care. No, I don't. You're fine, babe. No. Yeah, she's laughing at me like, unless you want me to. I'm like, no, no. You don't need to. You got your bulky man. You're fine. Oh, yeah. Favorite George Takei quote. Mr. Spock says. Jeez. Oh boy.
Oh, not read scurvy here and gaps. Also, I can't read it at the moment.
Well, lemon pie
out of
says,
the
If you wanted
lemon,
representation for women, why did you go to Outback?
yeah.
Is it that picked for by? Yeah, it is picked by men from San Francisco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, where's the picture? That's been a while. Hey, he's giving us the old eggplant and laughing.
Hey,
I'm
words.
already embarrassed enough for going to this website. Should I just close out this website then?
It's up to you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's up
I'm
to
already
you,
embarrassed
man.
enough.
You already took the bullet for it.
Hey, come on, Dan. Anybody can make mistakes. We care about you a lot, and you're a good guy, so don't worry about it.
I'm not gonna live this down by Gorilla or Resolute Germ. I know that.
Only
Hey,
when
I'm
you
not
make a
gonna bring it
banana
up
joke,
with
we'll
you.
bring it up.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bring it up though. They can joke around. I don't bring things. I don't bring things like that up. I try not to. I don't want to do that. That's not right. But it happens. I mean, they have these silly. There's a couple of other ones besides that one. There's one called, the one you were showing, Ranker. I don't think they're entirely accurate. There's another one called Yard Breaker, which is really stupid because they can't get anything right when it comes to musical lists. I could go on. There's a whole bunch of them that I come across every day, and I can't even believe some of the things they, count down, which is stupid, but what do they know? I used to read Rolling Stone magazine and I really trusted them. And I read Time magazine and Life magazine. I'm old enough to say that I read Life magazine.
Hey, I can tell you, Time was a worthless magazine. When
How's
you
that?
make when you make Uncle Adolf and Stalin the man of the year, yeah, you lose your credibility.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, that wasn't really thought through thoroughly.
Well,
I
didn't they
guess.
make certain man woman of the year when he wanted to get people not to pay attention to certain vehicular manslaughter charges?
Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about.
Oh, are you talking about Caitlyn Jenner?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they did that too.
Yeah. I'm not saying that I read it recently. I'm just saying that I read Time magazine when it was actually decent. That's what I'm saying. Not the crap they're throwing out there now.
Well, the point I was making is it's always been crap.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, agree to disagree, I guess, Gorilla. One way or another. I tell you, I really like National Geographic. You wanna think about, places to visit and go on a travel binge or something. They had some great places in there in National Geographic. Good places to visit.
Well, unfortunately, half of those
Yeah,
places don't exist anymore.
Yeah,
yeah,
unfortunately.
and Gap After Dark. You really are pushing it with this joke right here.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, Cap.
Hey, guess you
Oh,
won't live it down by anybody.
oh man.
He's
Oh, and
oh,
he says he reads Cookie Monster magazine for the centerfolds of cookies. Yeah,
Well, if you read
last time I
cookbooks,
checked, that oatmeal raisin looked pretty decent, Cap.
yeah, if you read cookbooks, is that considered food porn? Reading cookbooks?
I don't know. What does that make a person if they read cookbooks? Food
I'd
porn.
equate it more
I've never
to
heard that phrase before. Food porn. Jeez.
I'd compare it
Wow.
to trashy romance novels of food.
Right. Gab says to me, Mikey, admit that you like National Geographic for the daycare pictures.
Oh my god!
Gap, I don't think so, but thank you for playing. Uh, yes, and they did. Yeah, Playboy did have great articles too. Yeah, we weren't just look. I wasn't just reading it.
Playboy had articles.
Yeah, they did. Actually. So did
wait,
Hustler. So did a few
wait.
of them.
Playboy
So,
had a magazine.
yeah, Playboy had a magazine. They did. Yes,
Yes, long before your time, Gorilla.
At my
way
time,
before your
probably.
I'm
time.
Before the ages of the internet.
I'm more familiar with the channel 595 there on the satellite dish,
Oh,
especially late at night after the parents went to bed.
well, now we know what Gorilla's up to when no one's around and he's in his man cave house by himself.
Who says it? Who says it's when no one's around?
And you wonder why your family doesn't visit you. It's a good trick to keep them away.
Oh boy! Ever since Resolute Trim pointed out that out from that article I was reading, this turned into a sex stream now. It has.
Hey! Just so you know, I was not the one that went way off the rails at first here, so do not blame that one on me. I was keeping tame.
Well, I don't know about Pornhub. That Pornhub is actually scary. I don't go near that. No way. I never did. So.
Well, Mikey, that was directed at Gorilla for what he may have saw growing up.
Hey, Christian Carpenter, as part of the Curtis Selby raid. Hello, CC. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Christian
Put it
Carpenter.
away while on stream, please.
And Christian Carpenter.
Yes.
Currently, this is a rated R stream right now for some reason, so you may not want to drop by unless you can handle rated R.
Oh, I can't play the disclaimer.
Oh no, that's right. You forgot the disclaimer.
I can't play it at SITH DANS stream.
I know it's SIFT Dance, right? Yeah, I know. But and yeah, it's good to see you again too, Christian Carpenter. Hey, Mikey. Yeah, good to see you. Yeah.
So, is it just me, Germ, and Mikey that are somewhat familiar with the Transformers franchise, roughly?
I don't know nothing about it.
Because I was going to ask, in the TV shows or movies, who do you think was the best fighter out of both the Autobots and the Decepticons?
Limiting it to those two?
Well, those are the two main factions, unless people are familiar with other factions like the Predacons or the Seekers, which is a sub-faction of the Decepticons.
Pure warrior, Dinobot is the best in the franchise.
Let's see here. Well, me and you have been seeing Prime a lot, Germ, so call me a little bit biased here. I would say if you want to do the best large scale brawler on the Autobot side, I would say Optimus Prime is the best fighter out of the Autobot faction. And then for the Decepticon side, I would say probably. Well, it depends. Do you mean pure brawler, or do you mean pure cunning as well in battle? If you go pure brawler with somewhat cunning, I say Megatron. If you want to do pure brains, I would say Soundwave probably wins that hands down.
Yeah, Soundwave not much of a fighter though.
Yeah, I would say for me, it's always been Bumblebee. I know I'm afraid of bees personally in real life, but I really enjoy Bumblebee's car, the way he turns into his car and everything, and he's always upbeat. He's always friendly, and when he gets down to it, if he really has to fight, he will. He doesn't shirk from that. That's for me for the Autobots. As far as the Decepticons, I gotta go with Starscream. Starscream always got to me. Because he's always trying to take over from, you know, the to become the leader, and the way he goes about it, it's just like he's got all these plans, but then last minute they get all, dashed, and he can't, and he has to become the subordinate. Subordinate, is that the word? Yeah, subordinate again. So yeah, I've always enjoyed the efforts that Starscream has tried to do, and like I said, Bumblebee. Those are my two favorites.
Well, Mikey, I think this is how it works. It's Starscream is more the schemer planner, but when it comes in contact with his opponent or enemy, they fall apart real fast.
Oh yeah. Well, he reminds me a lot of Cobra Commander.
Gee, I wonder why.
Yeah, because they're voiced by the same actor, from what I hear in the 80s.
Yes, I know. That's why I say it's like Cobra. Yeah. That's a good question. Starscream, do they scream? Yeah, Gap. And Gap says, "What's a Megatron?" I hope you're kidding about that one,
At
Gap.
his best, he's a handgun.
Yeah.
Then they sort of pussified him over the years.
Yeah.
Either that, or they transformed him into something more reasonable. Like in the Prime show, they did an alien vehicle flyer mode for him, which most Transformers fans did not really care for, because they grew up with the 80s show, and he's purely a gun to them, because that's so hard, close to their hearts the 80s show is.
Yeah.
But if he's not a gun, he's a T-Rex. And if he's neither of those, you've done fucked up your series.
Yeah. And I don't think that Bumblebee, as a Transformer, I don't think he stings. I don't think he has a stinger, Gap.
Yeah.
Well, if he did, and if he was a real Bumblebee, if he stings once, he dies.
That's right. So obviously, then he doesn't sting, because then he would die.
The closest thing to a Bumblebee you get into franchises, Waspinator.
Yeah.
Another very good character.
Yeah, Gap's asking if Bumblebee stings.
And we just answered that. Well, I could try and change the subject to what's something that Gorilla is familiar with. Are you more familiar? Well, you're mainly a Star Trek fan. Are you, Gorilla? To try to not make you feel like a fourth wheel here. Are you more of a Star Trek fan on this right here, or what?
Yeah, Star Trek.
Let's see here. Tell me, let's see here.
I got to tell you something, Dan. You may not be aware of, but I've downloaded every one of the Jet Nerdy, which of course is also tonight, but I've downloaded all the early Jet Nerdy episodes, everything that John DeMarco and Brainy Specs, Jeff Franklin did, and Gorilla and Germ, they were formidable. They were when they started playing that game. I don't think there were very few people that could stop them. They were very knowledgeable, and they still know their Trek. They both do. So
Yeah,
I give them hats off to that, man. Kudos, definitely.
Yeah, I just got busy with Rumble Super Lab. That's why I haven't been back. But now they got more time.
Yeah. You guys should come back. We've been missing you guys.
Well, I tend to make like for people who come to my streams there, I tend to put more of an effort to get to their lives more than the others there. Like I'll still watch them on the replay, but I'll put
Right.
the more effort getting to a person who makes the effort to come to my streams. I'll make the effort to come to theirs live while they're live. That makes
Right.
sense.
Yeah.
All
And I
right,
got
well,
other Star Trek content to participate with on Saturday nights.
all right. Well, I
Yeah.
do have a general question for all you guys. Put aside your bias when it comes to this subject. Which Enterprise ship do you think is the most powerful out of the TV shows or movies? Do you think the Salvation class from First Contact is the most powerful version of the Enterprise, or do you think it's the other version? We all have our bias towards which Enterprise era ship is our favorite, and we think is the most powerful. But can you try to put aside that bias of which Enterprise ship you think is the most powerful, and from your own personal bias?
Well,
I don't think it would be a bias. It's technical specs.
Yeah, because you got it's really unfair to rate the NX-01 to the Enterprise G and Discovery because there's 1,000 years difference in technology right there. You got to compare it to other ships of that time.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is, and the other reason it's hard to compare, of course, because we're also talking about evolution. That's the whole thing. Dan, is the fact that when you went from the NX-01 to the Enterprise G, that now 709 is flying. Oh, excuse me, Annika Hansen. If she went back to her regular name, but you know.
Yeah. Gap here, you got that for a steal.
All right. Well, then I probably should rephrase the question. Do you think the Enterprise ship from each era of the most powerful ships in that era is one of the most powerful ships of the class of ship that takes the name Enterprise? If I worded that correctly.
No, because Enterprise D was just an apartment complex in space, and you had the Defiance, and the Sovereign and the Curas came out of the Dominion War there. So the Galaxy class kind of got put on the back burner after that.
Yeah, the Enterprise D is more of the love boat.
Yeah, a cruise liner in space. yeah, but then again,
what do you call? I'm sorry.
Yeah, but then again, you gotta remember that Enterprise D comes from a peaceful era of the Alpha and Beta quadrants that lasted for over 70 years or more. So of course they gotta lax standards when it comes to ships, especially combat ships.
It came out of the golden age of ships there.
Yeah, they're fat and happy and thought every problem could be bought off.
Or negotiated to death, in other words. Until Q decided to bring in more threats, which brought in one of the most iconic villains of the Star Trek history, namely the Borg.
Then Voyager had to go and screw them up.
Well, when you do a villain so many times, you can only do so many things. You either flesh them out or you leave them one-dimensional villains.
Well, that wasn't the only one they messed with, too, Germ. Don't forget, Species 8472 did defeat the Borg, so they messed that up, too.
Which is part of how they screwed up the Borg.
Right.
Yeah, they completely neutered the Borg by keeping bringing them back, and they had to keep defeating them.
Well, either that or the Federation becomes so damn powerful with futuristic weapons or technology that they're able to fight on par with the Borg.
They did that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would not say that the Borg were not necessarily weakened. That the power creep between the Federation and the Borg closed very rapidly, because if you push comes to shove, the Federation has some good scientists that are able to develop new weapons and new technologies very fast, and they can leapfrog other enemies if they really put their minds to it and have their own Borg collective somewhat, but the Federation version of it.
Oh shoot, I know what I forgot to do.
Well, I think Dan that the one of the things that really pretty much put the Borg uh, into a back burner sort of situation was the fact that in Voyager you had the Unimatrix Zero, and that was what was considered revolution or internal conflict, internal dissension, and that's kind of what disrupted them too. So if you don't have that, I don't think that I don't think that both Janeways even can stop them at the end with Endgame, but you know, you had to have the Unimatrix Zero, I think, for that to have been effective. To know that you could get them from the inside.
Yeah, or they could have just played with the idea that there are different factions of the Borg, which they did sort of play in Next Generation a little bit from a Rogue Borg that Lore, if that's the name of Data's brother, that took control of Borg and had his own mini collective of the Borg that were independent or went rogue from the main collective.
I gotta correct you from that. That was not a different faction. What happened is Q or Hugh there that was on was stranded on a planet there. He's the only surviving Borg of a probe crashing onto a planet there. And what they did is they injected a virus into him that gave him individuality, and he went back to his cube there, and the individuality spread to the entire cube, and the collective cut them off to prevent it from spreading to other ones, and they went crazy there. And Lore was able to manipulate them into doing what he said because they needed to bring order to chaos.
Yeah. Would you also say, Gorilla? This is just a theory, but would you also say that Hugh's with the intervention they did with Hugh, maybe eventually led to the Unimatrix Zero revolution?
No, that was there since the beginning. What it was is it was a defect in the programming.
Yeah.
So that was just a defect.
Yeah, a lot older.
And do any of you know that this YouTuber Words of Pictures right here?
Words.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Words and Pictures is a good guy.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
I'm not familiar with him.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, he attends a lot of Mr. Londell stuff. If I do my stuff early enough, he'll come to my mind there. But he's a Brit.
He's are they 4 hours or 5 hours ahead of us now in Britain?
I think they're 8 hours ahead of us.
Ahead of
8
you.
hours?
They're 6 hours ahead of the Central Time Zone.
Okay, then they're 5 hours ahead of me. So right now it's 11:26 p.m. It's almost midnight for him there. Sunday. Yeah, for Words Pictures. Yeah. I always forget that. Then there's Sashi, our friend who comes to my streams from Malaysia, and he's over 12 hours. He's in the future. We call him Future Man because he lives in the future. Yeah.
So you guys hated that they flushed out the Borg a lot more, that they should not have done that.
They neutered them.
Yeah, it's not that they flushed them out. It's they found really, really stupid ways to let Voyager win.
Well, that and plot armor, because you don't want your main characters to die off unless people hated Voyager so much, and the usual hater that's hate watching said, yes, let the Borg unalive them, please. Do it all.
Yeah, but they had a lack of flushed out ideas, so they just said, "Oh, throw the Borg in the episode." Then realizing, oh yeah, the Borg's supposed to be uber powerful, they pull some random idea out of their ass about how Voyager's going to get out of this one.
Yeah, well, I would say this when it comes to the main villains or different factions within a major power. I don't mind the different factions and the great powers, but just make the internal factions or rivalries that the power has within them interesting. Don't make the conflict so big or some eruptible that turns into a massive scale war that weakens their main for their main enemy to conquer them or to destroy them.
No, Deep Space Nine went about it the right way there with the Dominion War. They slowly built up. They dropped hints of the Dominion there, then they slowly built it up. They had a Cold War between the Dominion, then boom, all war broke. The largest war the galaxy's ever seen broke out between the two quadrants, between the giants of all three of the quadrants.
Yeah, the Alpha and Beta quadrant versus the. Well, was it two quadrants or what was the
Alpha and
Dominion?
Beta quadrant?
It's three. No, it's three quadrants because yeah. Well, you got the Cardassians in the Federation in the Alpha quadrant. You got the Klingons and the Romulans in the Beta quadrant. Then the Dominion took up almost the entire Gamma quadrant.
Yeah, I could not think of the name of the quadrant that the Dominion was in, so it's the Gamma quadrant. Yeah. So let's see here. Are you still doing your DS9 watch parties tonight, Gorilla? Are you still doing your watch parties?
Yeah, I just created the thing for 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock, like it usually is at. But I can push it back a little bit if we need to.
No, if I usually do a 2-hour stream or a little longer, depending how much there is to talk and how long it takes for us to wrap up. Let's see here. Since we're talking about Star Trek, let's see here.
Wait, it takes you a while to wrap it up?
That depends on the... Very funny, Gorilla.
You walked into that one.
Yes, I did. I'm the butt of that joke. And words of wisdom. Are you talking about the actress's name or the Borg Queen's name? When we say her feelings overrode Picard for the hive mind.
I don't know who Dad's ex is. Captain's grill is broken.
Well, he had two.
Yeah,
Queen. Well, he did two. He did have two broken condoms to make two kids.
Hey! I don't want.
Hey, you give him too much credit.
We did Hey, Jerv never even underestimated my laziness there. He thought I was too lazy to walk to the drugstore there. No, I was too lazy to go over to the drawer.
Well, who was let me ask you guys this then. Who was your favorite actress to play the Borg Queen? Was it Alice Krieg or was it Susanna Thompson or
Alice Krieg?
Well,
it's not even a question.
Who was the one that played her in First Contact? Because I do like that actress.
That was Krieg. Yeah, Alice Krieg. Yeah, she's very good.
I go with none of the above because I'm anti-Borg Queen as a concept.
So would it have been better to have a Borg King?
No Borg Queen, no Borg royalty, just the hive mind.
Or just have a Grand Council of 12 Borg drones representing the entire collective. And this is a term. Don't do no Borg Council, please, Grand Council, because that ruins the Borg more.
It does.
It's the same aspect of having a Borg Queen. it defeats the purpose of the hive mind.
Well, a council is kind of like the hive mind of the Borg if you have a council of Borg drones.
But it's all the Borg drones. Every single one of them is connected to each other.
Well, who was besides what the Federation did eventually with Janeway and with what was her name? The other lady before.
7 9.
Well, no. Besides 7 of 9 and Janeway, and the best of both worlds. Shelby, that's it, Shelby. So besides Shelby, I mean, and we know about species 8472, but I mean, who else could defeat the Borg besides those entities? I mean, who else was able to beat the Borg that we might have missed?
Well, Mikey, the only way to defeat the Borg, from what I hear, is either do a massive think tank where you have a whole bunch of super smart people trying to outthink the Borg, and then they develop some type of strategy out of their ass to defeat the Borg that way. Because the Borg are overpowered, so you either have to outthink them or just pull out a giant weapon out of your ass and do one kill wonders for them. Well, the thing about the Borg is that if you don't hit them hard enough, fast enough, they will come back in greater force and adapt to the weapon you have. You have to be able to overwhelm them or outthink them for one solid strike.
Well, Geordi had a perfect solution to defeating them there, but Picard had to go against his morals, and they all decided to get moral in that. Yeah, and that's why they sucked, because they came up with like a problem that they introduced to the hive mind there that can't be solved eventually, and they keep applying more and more resources to try to solve the problem there, and then eventually they go crazy, and it would pretty much fry the minds of the entire hive mind there. But
wasn't it? Yeah, Gorilla, wasn't it Data who came up with that encryption, which was supposed to be that the Borg were unable to break in First Contact?
No, they broke through that, I thought.
Yeah,
Data did.
Because he let them in. It wasn't broken throughout the whole film until he let them in.
That's just a plot device.
Yeah.
And Gap After Dark, oh boy.
Go ahead and read it.
When I use my banana laser to defeat the Borg,
that's one thing I don't want laser guided.
No.
Laser guidance is good for a lot of things, but you don't want to put that anywhere down below the belt.
Besides, if you tried it on the Borg Queen, she might reject it.
Oh my god!
If you're lucky, she rejects it.
Yeah,
if she's into it, you're in for some trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but answer me this: would it be a time of your life? Will you enjoy it so much, or will you die from the insanity?
I'm sure that you'll start off dead, and then it'll get progressively worse from there.
Girl, are you flocking your bit? What?
Are you flicking your bick?
Oh, flicking my bick?
That's what Gap says.
Oh, it is a bick later. I have a
really? Yeah, really?
I'm a banana Borg. Destination sticky of one.
Oh my god.
So wait, does that make Dan 2 or 3?
Bless you.
Oh god.
Oh shit.
Oh my god. All this started from that one. All that started from that one little website. Thank you very much.
Oh man.
Next time, read the subtitle of the website that you're going to.
Now, words of interest. Now, words of interest make a good point. He said he always wondered about an electromagnetic pulse with the Borg, and I think I have an answer to that. And the answer is no, because they would not even be smart enough to build. Excuse me, to build something like that.
They use electromagnetism to block the phaser fire.
Right.
Yeah, it's called shields.
Shields, right. And remember words that the Borg always adapt. So.
And that's sort of what I said before, Mike. You either have to hit them hard where they don't recover or adapt, or you got to outthink them.
Yeah, but they fundamentally misunderstood what the Borg were supposed to be in Voyager. They're supposed to be an uber powerful, nigh unbeatable force of destruction that you only survive because you became a little bit more trouble than the resources that they're willing to expend on you. You're not supposed to outthink them. You're not supposed to outmuscle them. You're supposed to just barely survive by somewhat more than minor miracle.
You're supposed to bend over and take it and hope they use lube.
Yeah, but then again, well, if you go by that logic, if you fight hard enough and then Borg waste a lot of resources on you, then will you not be worth it to them?
No, because once that cost-benefit analysis tips the other way, you're not worth more resources.
Right.
Let's see. Gap says, and if you shoot banana blades, you are Ed. You are Ed. You to the Matrix Zero.
You are into Matrix Zero. Yeah.
All right. And
if
Mr.
you shoot
Spock.
banana blades.
And Mr. Spock says the need of the many outweighs the needs of the few.
Well, I hate to find out where your few is, Mr. Spock.
Yeah, he says you are in you to Matrix Zero.
Yeah, but for what I hear, if you're worth more than trouble, will the Borg just outright destroy you, or will they just basically just leave you alone then?
They'll go away for a little bit. The whole destroy you thing takes even more resources, and that takes even more of a tilt to the other direction.
So basically, if the Borg spend less than what you're expending, they will conquer you. But if they spend more than what you spend on them, then they'll leave you alone. Is that what you're trying to say, roughly?
No, they'll only assimilate you if they need cannon fodder or to steal your technology. They'll continuously attack you in the hopes that you'll sit there and build more and more and more to advance your technology to defeat them.
Yeah, they're basically cultivating the harvest.
Yeah.
But you can be an asset, an annoyance, or a threat. You want to be in that annoyance category. So they don't assimilate you with enough. They don't go after you with enough force to actually get you. But you're not enough of a threat to warrant 100 cubes showing up and wiping you off the face of the galaxy.
Hey, how's it going, Daniel? Top Topics.
Hey, Daniel. And thanks, Gap, for this comment right here.
Yeah. We are the Borg, Sith. Then we cannot assimilate your banana. Therefore, we cannot add your banana to our collective and perfectus. And Mr. Spock says, imagine a 20-year work week and retire at 45. It's possible. The numbers don't lie. A 20-hour work week.
Well, I hope I'll be prepared there, Gap. He says, Mikey, you'll be prepared if the board questions come on tonight's Chip Nerdy. I hope so. I'm playing my round in dedication to my brother Jay, Aldrich, he's going through some rough medical problems right now, so I'm playing for him tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, and Mr. Spock is apparently high on blueberry Romulan weed. Yeah, but I'm gonna have to get going here in a couple minutes if we're not moving the stream back.
All right. Well, I was gonna wrap it up at 50, unless you want. I should try to wrap it up.
Well, I was giving you the heads up. I was giving you the heads up here.
All
50 should work.
All right. Now on to the last topic we should talk about. Let's see here. Well, if you want to continue talking about the Borg and Star Trek, or just another subject of Star Trek, let's see here. Besides the Borg, what's the next most powerful faction within the Star Trek universe? Would it be the Romulans, or the Klingons, or the Cardassians?
After the Dominion War, the Federation came out on top of that. Well, the Cardassians, they're laid in ruins. Cardassian laid in ruins, and the Klingons wouldn't hit in their corner. So did the Romulans. Then Romulans got destroyed. The Romulan Empire got destroyed in 2381 because the Hovus supernova.
That never happened, Gorilla. That's just the ravings of some old madman.
No, well, it happened in both universes. Only they tried to stop it in later.
Hey, Star Trek ended in 2005. Everything else is just propaganda.
Or a wet dream.
Oh, I was going by Star Trek Online.
They are a compromised source.
Yes.
Well, I would say I would split the difference between canon and non-canon sources. Like, if there's a supernova that happens, fine, but what's the aftermath of that, basically? And then what are the consequences? And are they willing to merge canon and non-canon resources to make a new, somewhat mixed timeline, roughly?
Well, I've always heard that, because I have read a few Star Trek novels myself, and I've always heard that Star Trek novels are never canon.
They're beta
that's
canon.
what I've been told. Yeah.
They're beta.
They're beta, right?
They're only canon unless something on the screen
directly contradicts.
So basically,
Dan, at the end of the day, the Q continuum, as fractured as they are, is still the most powerful in the universe over the Borg. So,
yeah, and I would say, well, Germ says I should not follow Lore Reloaded's theories as lore or gospel, but if you watch any of his after the Dominion War videos, I would somewhat agree with him, judging by what happens after DS9, and somewhat, if you try, from what I hear, look into the books, that the Klingon Empire basically is in a strife situation with their empire. They're heavily divided. They're either fall into civil war or have to do massive reforms. And the Romulan
He's going off of information that they published related to Star Trek Online.
To which you consider non-canon, and to you it's blasphemy, right?
Star Trek Online is heresy and should not be quoted in any way, shape, or form.
Well, do you trust Memory Alpha, Jern?
To a certain extent.
Okay.
Well, then
For
tell
lore,
me.
No.
Well, then tell me. Where do you see the Klingon Empire after the Dominion War, given what you see in the DS9 era? Do you see them falling into disarray or civil war, or do you see them trying to desperately recover?
I don't see them falling into civil war or any type of disarray like they tried to insist they would in everything else that came after, with all these, quite frankly, retards trying to make Star Trek nowadays. I include all the people who were trying to make Star Trek Online.
Yeah.
They would have been a reduced power, but the reforms had already happened.
Right.
will they eventually join the Federation?
Not outright. There would be no reason to. They're already very buddy with them, and since they're reduced and so are the Romulans, there's no real conflict there because they're each going to be more buddy with the Federation. They'll still pick on minor powers. They're still going to be in the top tier of powers, but there'd be a larger gap between them and the Federation. But if they go up against someone like the Breen or the Gorn, they'd be closer on level footing.
Yeah. Dear just like Daniels, I didn't. This is SITH stream there. I just didn't put the link in the chat there, but I'll have the link for Deep Space Nine in the chat when we start that.
Yeah, and Daniels, well, you approached the very tail end of my stream, so sadly I won't be able to get you on time because I'm going to join Gorilla's watch party for the DS9 watch party. So it's about time for me to start wrapping up the stream. So I'll turn over to Resolute Germ if he's still at his mic, if he wants to give any self-promotion to wrap up the stream.
Yeah. Tuesdays, we have an episode of Andromeda. Thursdays, the Nerd Night panel. And every Saturday morning, a new cartoon for Saturday morning cartoons. Poll will be live tomorrow.
All right. And Mikey, if you want to try to condense your schedule to into a brief synopsis for your channel and what you're going to be doing, please try to do that. Condense it.
Yeah, yes, sir. I will. So as everyone knows, we moved the Deadpool and Wolverine review to Friday night at 11 p.m. Eastern, 10 o'clock Central. I will try to balance it with Gorilla's Walton's stream that night. And again, I apologize to anyone that was there on August 15th. Again, there was a lot of outstanding problems, a lot of technical things going on, so I apologize for that. But it is set for September 6th. We're all ready to go there. Every week, starting September 2nd, Monday through Thursday, I'll be doing 2 episodes of Red Dwarf on Monday, and then ISIS on Tuesday, Greatest American Hero on Wednesday, and the A-Team on Thursday. And when ISIS runs out, I'll be doing Get Smart starting on Tuesday afternoons. All the times will be 12 noon time, straight up Eastern Standard. So that's what's coming up in September.
All right, and Gorilla, you're up if you want to try to give your own self-promotion for your channel.
All right, here in about 9 minutes, we will be starting Deep Space Nine on my channel there. We're going to be watching Battle Lines and The Storyteller, which might have to get some drinks for that one. But tomorrow we are watching Godfather 2. We'll be starting that at an earlier time than normal. Let's see, Tuesday we'll lead our cigar lounge. Then on Wednesday, we are watching 2 more episodes of Freaks and Geeks. Thursday will be 3 episodes of Border Town, a show so racist it got canceled after 10 episodes. And then Friday will be the Walton's review of The Caretaker. Thanks for having me on, Dan.
Thank you.
Thank you to everybody in the chat who came along there.
All right. And to all my
Gorilla.
See you around, Gorilla. And to all my panelists and chatterers and viewers, this is going to be my most embarrassing live stream for myself, at least for a certain part of the stream, which I'm not going to live down forever. But I usually cover different sci-fi TV shows or movies. I do crossover ideas. I do have movie lists on my channel. Just type in the subtitle that's underneath my avatar, Sci-Fi Sit Down, type that up. My YouTube channel should come up for you guys to check out. I do my Transformers Prime TV show reviews on Friday nights at 8 o'clock Pacific time. I do my live streams on Saturdays, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Pacific time. and I try to upload a new video to YouTube every at the beginning of each week. And to all my viewers and chatters, live long and prosper, and may the force be with you, and have a nice day wherever you are. Good night, everyone.